today I'm going to be taking a look at the Action Man 1994 missile bike and biker accessory kit. So let's take a closer look and see what he actually came with. Okay, so first off we will start with the biker accessory kit, I think, because we'll take him off. So we'll just pop that there. So this was an accessory kit that you could get added on. It came with this gun that we see here. Probably one of the first earliest sets that we actually got this gun on. It's a nice gun, he holds it really well. Got good detailing on it, obviously no paintwork. Then if we move on to the helmet itself, that just pops off. And also I have actually put some extra foam in here just to stop it from moving about so much on his head, but it did have some foam at the top, and I believe it did have some foam on the sides as well. I've just replaced it because mine was missing. It's quite nicely detailed here. The visor is actually transparent, and then it's got black paint going around this edge here, like nice detail in there and a little bit of detailing on the top. And the visor does actually lift up on this one, so you can reveal the Action Man's head underneath. We just pop that on so you can see what that looks like. There we go. Oh, if we can get it to stay up. So it looks like that and just flips down. Looks quite a mean helmet, really. I like that one. Then also included in the set we got this kind of jacket here with the metal studs on the side, and it is velcroed just at the bottom here, and it just opens up. And then also included in this set we got this style of boots here. So all in all, it's a nice added bit of kit that you can have on. I think it's quite a nice piece of kit whether you've got the bike or not, just to have it on a figure. So now we're going to move on to the bike. I do have to point out I have actually got the missiles are missing from this, so I'm not going to be able to show you it firing, unfortunately. But also my mechanism on this is actually broken too. The hose has been bent so badly that it wouldn't fire anyway. So the missiles that come are about this big. They're basically black Nerf bullets, but they have orange foam fins on the side of them. And they'd poke in here, and then one would go on this side here. But I'm not going to be able to show you that function. But I'm sure you'll be able to find pictures of it online, and I'm sure we all know what a Nerf bullet looks like when it fires. Also on mine, my handlebars have snapped on the top here, so I've got a bit of sellotape just holding it in position. Obviously it is a bit of an older set, so trying to find them in reasonable condition can be a little bit tricky without paying too much money for them. But all in all, it's still quite a solid piece. The rest of it all still functions really well. It's a shame about this piece here that actually holds the missiles as a stand, because it's so low to the ground that it catches on quite a lot of stuff when you're trying to push it around. But all in all, I think this is a great look. It's nice to have the chrome engine in there. It's chrome on both sides. I think it looks really, really nicely detailed. Also through here, lots of stickers going through. The wheels on these are actually rubber as well, so they do get quite a good bit of grip when you're trying to push them around. It's quite a chunky, heavy piece of kit, really. One bonus is about this big bit that sticks on the bottom is it does actually help it stand up. So then if we turn it around and show you the front, this is what it looks like. We have got a chrome bit inside this grille here, which is a nice touch. I'm not too sure what's really going on with these lights, because to me they just look a little bit odd. I think it'd be nice if there was like a plastic cap that went over that. There is quite an indent there, so you could see something being pushed in and fill in that gap. But all in all, it's got just a bit of an odd look to me. I don't know what that is. We've got the indicators on the side here, which are just moulded in the same colour. Obviously the price to put something on there would be too much, but you could paint that easily, add a little bit of colour to it. And I just think it's been thought out really well, this set, because obviously we've got this side here which is a little bit bigger where the brake discs would be, and flip it round and it's not there, but you can see the disc bit from the back through the back, so I think that's a nice look. Obviously we've got the suspension going on here, lots of texturing across the seat. There is like a little dot here which I'd imagine where the petrol cap's supposed to be. It didn't come with one. And then this back bit here, which is quite concealed, is actually the firing mechanism that you'd pull it out and push it forward, and that would cause air to go through this pipe. As you can see here, I've got a really bad kink in mine, and this rubber has actually like set solid, so even if I tried straightening that out, I think all it would do is actually snap. And then that causes the air to push out of here with the pressure and forces the missile out of it. So you will get two missiles, one to clip on here and one to fit through this gap just there. I do believe it's supposed to have a sticker on the back here, which is probably just like a red light, but I don't have that on mine. This foot stand is also where the feet can go, and his boots fit in there nicely, so that it has got somewhere to rest his feet so he's not just bobbing about, and he holds onto it really well and stays into position really nicely. But obviously you can't turn it or tilt it, because as soon as you try to for a corner, it just catches on there, and obviously the steering doesn't work. So trying to maneuver this can be a little bit challenging for a child playing with it. Obviously on display it looks fantastic, you can get it in some really nice poses. And then if I try and show you the stickers on the dials, it might be a little bit tricky. I have got one that's peeling off just there. If I poke that down and you have a look through there, I think they're great stickers. Obviously mine have been put on a little bit wonky, but yeah, it's a really, really nice touch. All in all, that's a really solid bike. I like this one. I'd probably like it if this could be disconnected, but obviously that's going to affect the firing missile whole point of the gun. I think some people who aren't like purists might actually take this off and just have it as a bike on its own, without this functionality in it. A bit like the later bike that came out, the motocross looking one. But yeah, all in all, I'd say this is a really solid bike. It's a heavy piece of kit. Lots of bits on it are broken, so trying to find one in a reasonable condition for a reasonable price can be tricky. But if you can get your hands on one of these, I'd definitely advise picking one of those up. So then the final piece to show you in this set is this piece here and this piece here. And what they do is they clip together just like that. And then there's two pegs on the back wheels of the bike. And you put that through there, just like that. And on the other side, clip it in, get the front wheel into position. It's quite difficult to show this on camera. So that's it held into place. It does go in reasonably well there. It's just a little bit heavy to be held up by this. And the idea is there's a peg that's supposed to go on the back of your 4x4 that slots into here. Unfortunately, I've not got one of those, so I don't know how well it actually holds it and turns around and maneuvers. Because this seems a little bit top heavy. I think it might end up breaking the pin, to be honest. But it's a nice feature to have. And then obviously another function that you have for it is you can use it as a handle to push the motorbike along, but that happens near enough all the time. It's very hard to actually get it to stay in because there's nothing that holds the clips into the bottom. So it's a nice thought and it's a nice add-on, but I've never actually seen the clip that goes on the 4x4, so they probably didn't get used very often and just ended up being a piece of tap. So that was the Action Man 1994 missile bike and biker accessory kit. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time for more Rawpain reviews.